Okay, so here I am in Maine, and one thing is for sure, people in Maine really love their Red Sox. And as I was reading through one of the local little papers today, one of the little county papers, there was a trivia question of the week. And it had something to do, this kind of struck me odd, but it had something to do with name the 3 Red Sox players who have played on 2 Red Sox losing World Series teams. That's weird. You see, I'm from Dallas. My brain doesn't wrap around that. It's a completely different mentality. Now, of course, in recent history, the Red Sox do have something they can really be excited about, and that's cool. But for most of the last 100 years, it's been a little futile. And see, the strange thing is that me being from Dallas, I think differently. For me, I think, how many Super Bowl rings do we have? How many Super Bowl MVPs do we have? Who's going to win the MVP of the Super Bowl for the Cowboys this year? See, those are the thoughts that go through my head. But for a Red Sox fan, it's a little bit different. And so as I'm hiking across America here, it can be real tempting to stop thinking like a Cowboy fan and start thinking like a Red Sox fan. And that can be dangerous, because the scripture tells us to think on those things that are good. Whatever is good, whatever is holy, whatever is pure, those things are the things we need to think on. See, when people come up and ask me, how long is it going to take you to get across country, or are you going to be able to get across country? And I start thinking, well, I guess that depends on my finances, and that depends on the weather, and it depends on my health, and it depends on all these other things. And I start looking at circumstances, and it's real tempting to think negative. But I need to realize that ultimately, everything depends on God, because this is God's idea. If God called me to this, then surely He's going to provide, and He's going to take care of everything for me. And the only thing I have to do is just keep putting one foot in front of the other and just get there. So I don't need to think about things such as my feet or my legs, or how heavy the pack is, or how skinny my wallet is, or how far I have to walk is. No, I just need to focus on God and focus on Him getting me through it, and it's all going to be good. And so that is what I need to do. Spiritually, I need to think like a Cowboy fan. That should be pretty fun. And so for those of you out there who would like to predict what Cowboy is going to be the Super Bowl MVP this year, then put it in the comments below. And then by the time February rolls around, we'll be able to see who called it first. So until next time, I'm Daniel. And this is Coast to Coast for Christ in Bethel, Maine. Word.